Welcome back, everyone. Did you know that 50 million Americans suffer from hearing loss? And moreover, did you know that hearing loss is the third most common health issue experienced by adults? Now, if you fall into that category, have you heard about Crescent City Hearing Center? I'm out here at their location this morning to talk about the treatments that they offer to help somebody with hearing loss. Please help me welcome to the show Mr. Tony Goyette. He is a hearing instrument specialist here at Crescent City Hearing. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Thank you so much for having us out here this morning. Right now we're in the waiting room. And first, before we talk about the great services you all offer, please, Tony, tell me a little bit about how hearing loss develops.
Okay, hearing loss can develop in a number of ways. Just natural aging process, noise-induced hearing loss is very common. There are also hereditary conditions that can lead to hearing loss, as well as even medical conditions.
Wow, is there a typical age range that we start to see somebody experiencing hearing loss?
You know, the typical range is probably in that 55 to 60 and above, but the age of hearing loss is actually dropping pretty significantly with the amount of earbuds in our ears and that type of thing. We're in noisy environments more, and so that age is dropping a bit.
I am definitely guilty of the earbuds for sure, but the good news is there are services that you all provide to help people who may be struggling with hearing loss. Let's talk about that. What do you all do here?
So what we do is we provide testing to determine whether or not a hearing loss is there. We do tone testing, which is what everybody thinks of as a hearing test, but then also we go further into speech recognition testing. We also do what's called bone induction testing to recognize whether or not there's a medical component to the hearing loss.
Wow, so it all starts with a hearing test, which is great. And from those results, what can you all then do or help them with?
Sure, so with those test results, we're able to realize, if a hearing aid is going to provide adequate benefit, what technologies within a certain hearing aid are going to be most useful to help that person to do as well as they can with a hearing aid, as well as recognizing if we need to have certain devices coupled with that, or Bluetooth capabilities and those type of things.
That's so cool, and they're custom hearing aids, correct?
So they can be custom molded specifically to that person's ear, or we can do other styles. There are a lot of variables that really depend on the individual's scenario as to what's most appropriate.
And what's great is not only do you all help people who may be already experiencing hearing loss, you can help people hopefully prevent hearing loss. You all do hearing protection services. Tell me a little bit about how you help maybe a musician who's around loud music all the time.
Sure. So, in this city especially, music is a very important part of our culture, and so it's important to enjoy those things, but protecting your ears, we need to be able to use our ears for the rest of our lives. So having proper protection can actually help to protect your ears from noise-induced damage, and sometimes it actually helps for the clarity of the concert that may be just a little too loud. If you dampen that a little bit, it really brings that music into proper perspective.
And so you all will provide molds for people?
Absolutely. We'll take impressions of your ears and provide a very comfortable, form-fitting ear mold, so that even people that have problems sleeping because of the noise, they'll sleep with ear molds in their ears to help for them to get a good night's rest.
And what's interesting when we're talking about hearing devices, specifically hearing aids, there's actually a government bill right now that legislation is trying to be passed and talked about. It's called the over-the-counter bill. What do we need to know about that?
Yeah, so the over-the-counter is providing access to some low-cost devices for mild to maybe mild moderate. They're still ironing out some of the details as to what will be provided. The thing that we really want to stress is the importance of getting an evaluation from a hearing professional. It could be that instead of a hearing loss, that you're just having issues with wax buildup in your ears. There could be some medical implications that need to be, evaluated further. And so that over the counter, you need to just be very careful that you're not jumping the gun, doing something that really should require more of a healthcare professional.
And the best way to find out is to come see a healthcare professional like yourself. Tony, thank you thank you so much for joining us this morning. Thank you for your time. And here's the good news, everyone. If you're looking for a hearing aid, but you don't know if you like it or don't like it, well, they have this cool program here at Crescent City Hearing where you can test it out. Let's go learn a little bit more about that. All right, joining me now is the owner of Crescent City Hearing Center. Please help me welcome Blvd Redfern. Hello.
Good morning. How are you?
I am fabulous. Thank you once again for having us out here today. Learned a lot about hearing loss just moments ago, and I teased that you all do this program where people get to try out you all's product. It's called the Test Drive Program. Tell us a little bit more about how it works.
You know, hearing loss is an individual thing. Your brain processes information individually, and so we offer this test drive program that allows somebody to come in, get the thorough hearing assessment that Tony described, and then we would program devices to their individual loss, and then they're able to wear them for about a week or so in their everyday routine and be able to see how they could experience hearing differently.
And what's the benefit of that you all see when you have people try out this program and then they come back with maybe a few notes? I liked it, or let's bump it up a little bit. What kind of experiences have you had?
All of that I think is really helpful, but not only can we make adjustments to the programming, they can try different manufacturers' devices as well as different technology levels. So they don't necessarily have to buy technology that they don't need and avoid that additional expense. And they can just play with the devices until they're comfortable with making a decision.
Very cool, and it's great that you all do that. And you know, when you come out here to Crescent City Hearing Center, you see so many different testimonials, which is great, of actual patients. What do you think sets you all apart from the competition?
You know, I look at folks that come in and work with us as family members. They're part of our extended family. So it's a matter of just being able to build relationships and work with folks over time. We're not interested in just selling devices. We want to help people hear better.
It's great to hear that. Dee Dee, thank you so much. Congratulations. Celebrating 8 years at Crescent City Hearing Center, and cheers to many, many more. Here's the good news, everyone. If you would like to come and try out Crescent City Hearing Center, there's a special offer for our Great Day viewers all throughout the month of April. You can get a 10% discount. All you have to do is mention Great Day Louisiana when you're making an appointment. The number to call is 504-252-4880. They are located here at 801 Veterans Memorial Boulevard, and you can also find them online at crescentcityhearing.com or on Facebook at Crescent City Hearing Center. All right, everyone, stay right there.